Greetings, everyone. So I know on this channel, a lot of the stuff that we talk about can be pretty heavy, so I thought we would do a fun video. So today I'm going to talk about 7 fun things about having a cochlear implant. And I know there are going to be some party poopers out there that say, well, some of these things could apply to hearing aids or whatever. It's fine. So the first fun thing about having a cochlear implant is I can blast music as loud as I want to. Because it's not an audio signal, I can just turn up music as loud as I want when I'm streaming and nobody else is hearing it. It's not leaking out or anything. I also don't have to worry about damaging my hearing. I know that sounds crazy. Now, I know there's somebody out there that's saying, well, actually, you could hurt yourself. If the electrodes are cranking things too loud, your face might start to twitch. I'm not going to be turning it up that loud. But it's nice to know I'm not going to damage my hearing by just jacking it up. The second thing is I can be streaming at any time. I don't have to worry about looking for earpods or earphones or whatever. I don't need any of that stuff. I can instantly be streaming anywhere. Case in point, a while back I went to the movies with my husband and his son, and they wanted to see this Lord of the Rings animated thing, and I'm sorry, but I can't do Lord of the Rings. I don't know why. I tried, I really did, but after about 45 minutes, I just went to my phone and turned on a podcast. And so I had a podcast jacked in my, in my processor, and nobody knew, and I just sat there and listened to a podcast the whole time. The third fun thing that I've learned to embrace is I can have silence at any time. If you're in a public place, you're trying to concentrate, and you need some quiet, hit a button. On a plane with a loud baby next to you, hit a button. I mean, yes, I could also just pull this processor off and it would also make everything silent. Silence used to freak me out at first, but I have really learned to love it and embrace it. It used to make me feel really weird and claustrophobic, but now I just love that at any time I don't want to hear somebody talking, I just mute the world. The fourth thing is I love that when I'm on a phone call, I don't have to worry about speaking into a mic. I don't have to hold my phone like this. A lot of times when you're talking on speakerphone, you see people just kind of holding their phone like this. I don't even have to do that because when I'm on the phone, the mics in my processor are actually picking up my voice. So I can literally put my phone down and walk away from it, within a certain distance. But I can be in the kitchen doing something and I don't have to worry about trying to hold my phone or speak into my phone on speaker. I don't even have to worry about it. And I absolutely love that. The fifth thing is I love that I can instantly beam the audio from TV and movies, at the movie theater, straight into my implant. I have this cool TV connector thing from Advanced Bionics that lets me immediately beam the audio from my TV straight into my implant, which is fantastic. It helps me rely on captions just a little bit less. The funny thing is, though, it automatically connects to it when I walk in the room. So the first time that I plugged it in, I was walking downstairs and I didn't know this was going to happen. I was walking downstairs and my husband was watching Cops or something on YouTube. So I'm walking downstairs and all of a sudden I hear, shooter, shooter, bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, what's going on? And I freaked out and I realized it had immediately switched over. So, and it's not a big deal. I just have to, every time I walk, down the stairs, I just have to hit a button and disconnect it. It's not a big deal. It's actually kind of funny. And then when I go to the movie theater, I've ditched the captioning thing and I've started using the assisted listening device. And with my Roger microphone, I just have a cable that I just connect straight to this device and it just beams the movie audio straight to my processor, which is awesome, especially now in Dolby theaters and theaters have more and more and more and more speakers and they're placed all over the place. And that's really hard for people that have a challenge with directional, hearing, especially since I've only got one processor right now. So it's really helpful to just have all of that just, summed nicely into one audio feed. And I have really loved that lately and it's super fun. The sixth thing is I have had fun meeting people in public who have CIs or have kids with CIs. Most often that's the case. I run into a parent who has a very small child, a baby or a toddler who has a CI. And I just go up to them and start a conversation. I show them, hey, I've got one too. And, they usually have lots of questions about, well, what's it like to hear with one? Because they're really curious about how their child is perceiving the world. And it's really fun. Like when I was at, we were at a restaurant a while back, and there was a kind of a toddler at the table, and they had one, and I was talking with their parent, and I was like, see, I have one too. And they smiled, and we kind of like fist bumped, and it was just a fun little moment, like to say, hey, you're different, but I'm different too. Which brings me to the last one. The seventh fun thing is just, embracing that we are unique. I'm unique because I have one. I do meet some people. I don't meet a lot of people because we are kind of rare. So just embracing the fun idea that I get to be unique. I'm different because of my disability, and I'm learning to just really embrace that, and less on the disability side and more on the new ability that I have now, this new bionic ability that I have now to hear. I'm kind of leaning more into that and just realizing how unique and even fun and kind of sci-fi that is. So there you have it. Those are my fun reasons. I don't know, if you have a CI and you've discovered fun things about wearing a cochlear implant, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you got.